Outer Wilds is a terrifying yet beautiful game about curiosity, identity, and exploring the far reaches of space. Beginning development back in 2012 as a master's thesis by Alex Beecham, Outer Wilds was designed specifically to tailor to the player's curiosity. The original paper set out to create, quote, the daring and fragile nature of space travel without making it feel cold, sterile, or impersonal. And just one look at this game's art style will tell you that effect has been achieved. From witnessing life on other planets to decoding secrets hidden deep in space, Outer Wilds is dependent on the player's will to explore. Outer Wilds is a grand puzzle, and while there are clues to finding the answer, the game never holds your hand. This game doesn't only invest you in its world, it enthralls you. Outer Wilds brings up a lot of emotions in the player, sometimes fear, other times calm, but it never ceases to spark intrigue. I'm Chepek, and you need to play Outer Wilds. When you first wake up in Outer Wilds, you find yourself under the light of a campfire, staring at the night sky. You better get familiar with this sequence because it'll be happening quite a lot. See, Outer Wilds is a time loop game. Each loop, you'll wake up to find yourself lying near a campfire, and from the moment you wake up at that campsite, you're given 22 minutes to explore the galaxy until... the sun explodes, destroying the universe. Immediately after, you're given a quick recap of everything that happened, and then the loop restarts. This time loop provides some really cool interactions with the environment too. One of the planets you can find is actively being broken apart by meteors, so if you need to access a certain area of that planet, it's important that you arrive at a certain point in the loop before it's destroyed. Because of details like this, Outer Wilds feels alive. Nothing is decided by AI because the actions of each character and astral body have been manually charted for the loop. The time loop mechanic also serves the added bonus of offering variety. As a player, you might be incentivized to explore one area until you've uncovered everything you can, but that just isn't a possibility in Outer Wilds. Each clue you uncover will point you in a new direction, so that when the loop resets, you have the opportunity to pursue that clue. This diversifies the gameplay and helps play into the idea that you're really exploring these crazy worlds, hunting down any piece of information you can. Consisting of 5 orbital bodies, Outer Wilds' solar system is filled with tons of variety. Each planet is a joy to explore, and they're all unique in their own way. You have places like Giant's Deep, a massive ocean planet ravaged by vortices, but on the other hand, you have calm planets like the Ash and Ember Twins. Oh, wait, never mind. These planets actually have a deadly pillar of sand running between them. You've also got Dark Bramble, a planet entirely made of anglerfish and the fog from Silent Hill. Not only are all of these planets a joy to explore, except for Dark Bramble, but they all have depth to them. There's certain areas on all of these planets that you can only access with a specific method you've learned from somewhere else. The only thing that's stopping you from accessing these areas in the earlier game is your own lack of knowledge. Seriously, the same thing goes for beating the game. You could technically finish Outer Wilds in one go, but Outer Wilds isn't about seeing the credits. It's about how you get to those credits and what you've learned about the universe as you got there. There's whole areas based around certain mechanics you might not think much of at first, but then you realize there's just so much more depth to them than you thought. The more you learn, the further you'll go. You're not being carried by your gear or items, it's your knowledge and skill, and that's something you don't see much of in games. Well, unless you like roguelikes. Because in Outer Wilds, knowledge is key to solving the puzzle. That knowledge also extends to traveling the solar system, by the way. Outer Wilds features surprisingly robust space travel mechanics. You're given a small spaceship that you can use to navigate the worlds, and it's equipped with everything you need for your journey. From autopilot systems to a literal eject button, this bad boy will get you from one place to another in no time. Given that the autopilot doesn't accidentally pull you into the sun's atmosphere, that is. You're also provided with a spacesuit, fully equipped with working oxygen and a jetpack. This makes traversal in Outer Wilds so much more streamlined, because your spacesuit provides you with easy movement both in and out of a planet's atmosphere. Speaking of the essentials, many secrets in Outer Wilds can be uncovered by using your unique toolset. You have items like the Scout Launcher, a portable camera device that allows you to view unreachable areas and spot hidden dangers, a signal scope that can catch a frequency from anywhere in the universe, whether it's a song or an emergency broadcast. You even have a translator that lets you decrypt alien messages. Wait a second. Alright, here we go. Oh, messages. A translator that allows you to decrypt alien messages. In retrospect, Yeah, that makes more sense. These messages are left by the now extinct Nomai tribe, a group of alien spacefarers from hundreds of thousands of years ago. I won't say any more than that, because truly, the best part of Outer Wilds is finding the messages the Nomai left behind. You'll need to decrypt them in order to find out about their origin, where they went, and how to end the loop once and for all. You, the player, however, have a more recent, and probably better recorded history. Coming from the Earth-like planet Timber Hearth, everyone you interact with knows you as the new recruit for the Outer Wilds space program. The day of the loop is your first launch, and all the little blue aliens in Outer Wilds are rooting for you. Now watch their dismay as the supposedly professional astronaut spends the first 20 minutes of their day visiting each individual attraction in the town museum. How'd the loop start, you might be wondering? Well, funny enough, the only reason it even started in the first place is because this strange Nomai statue happened to activate at just the right moment and gave you a chance at saving the universe, allowing you to keep your memories through each subsequent loop. Actually, it's a little more complex than that, but I think you get the point. What I love about Outer Wilds' story the most, though, are the leads and the places they'll take you to. Whenever you discover a possible lead, it's automatically cataloged into your ship's memory banks, allowing you to create this massive web of info. It's a really great way to keep track of the information you've learned, and it helps stop you from forgetting it. Because yeah, a couple days of exploring the solar system, and you're gonna wish you took notes. This place is beautiful. Genuinely. I don't think I've ever seen the concept of outer space handled in such a delicate and purposeful manner before. Outer Wilds somehow makes space, a cold vacuum with way below zero temperatures, a very warm and cozy place. The art direction of this game is just really cool. All of the Hearthians are adorable, and man, exploring some of these abandoned Nomai settlements is awesome. It's a really beautiful game. But then you have areas that are just downright terrifying in nature. I mean, it's really harrowing to go from exploring this awesome upside down city to slowly suffocating in a cave with rising sand. At least the rest of the game has a nice comfy feel to it. Seriously, a lot of your equipment is made out of wood and cloth and just kind of has a cool homemade aesthetic. If you're into this, by the way, I highly suggest you check out the concept art. It's all online and I'll leave a link to it in the description. Be warned though, because there are a few spoilers there, so make sure you play the game before checking it out. Speaking of checking things out, one of Outer Wilds' best features is its soundtrack, and trust me, you need to listen to it. This stuff slaps. It perfectly encapsulates the lonely and tranquil mood of space, but then it tells you that you're not alone. At times, the music ramps up and wow, it is just so good. Music plays a large part in this game, and it's something that just ties the whole experience together so perfectly. There's tense music, like this one gut-wrenching track that plays right before the sun goes supernova. You also have oddly peaceful music, like the Outer Wilds Ventures ensemble. Scattered across the planets, there are different musicians playing their instruments into the void of space. Alone, they sound alright, but if you manage to pick up 3 or 4 of them in a row on your signal scope, there are truly no words for how fantastic it sounds. All the parts of their songs come together, and it creates this beautiful bittersweet symphony. Everything in Outer Wilds carries weight. The game explores philosophical concepts like posthumanism and rebirth in such a delicate manner. It teaches you about finding purpose and accepting change. The message of Outer Wilds is just so beautiful in a way I can't fully explain in this video, but play the game for yourself and you'll understand exactly what I mean. This game is simply amazing, and trust me, it just has to be played without knowing much about the story. I could only imagine the fright of having Outer Wilds spoiled. I mean, the game's scary enough as is. I don't think it needs any more fear involved. No sir. Sorry? The DLC's practically a horror game? Alright, well I guess we're doing this now. Echoes of the Eye is a terrifying addition to the already frightening base game. Plopping you down into a Walmart Halo array, Echoes of the Eye has you exploring an abandoned alien ship with strange light-based mechanics. Why is there a ship there? Who were the aliens that were on board?
Find all that out and more in Echoes of the Eye this summer.
Assuming you're brave enough to play it. Across the spectacular campaign and its delightfully spine-chilling expansion, Outer Wilds manages to have some of the most interesting storytelling I've ever seen in a game. Outer Wilds brings you on a proper journey, one where you'll make friends with other astronauts and uncover long-lost secrets. This game is a puzzle of galactic proportions, and it's paired perfectly with out-of-this-world gameplay. Truly, I mean it. Outer Wilds is just such a fantastic experience that'll take your breath away before you run out of oxygen. Okay, I'll stop with the puns. I can see that last one didn't really take off. Get it? You know, like take off. Anyways, with that said and done, I give Outer Wilds a 1 out of 10. The anglerfish still haunt my nightmares. And hey, as not to run the risk of getting nightmares, why don't you do yourself a favor and hit the subscribe button? I post game reviews like this at least once a month, most of the time, so subscribe to stay tuned for my next uploads. Also, while you're down there, why not like the video and leave a comment? I read all of them, so please don't say anything mean. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time where I eat an entire packet of burnt marshmallows with my buddy Slate. Bye!